China's secret takeover of Canada. Elections rigged, spies exposed, and Trudeau's dark ties. Imagine, if you will, a country next door to America, falling into China's grip. Elections hacked, politicians bought, and even their army training on our doorstep. This isn't a movie, it's Canada, right now. And a bombshell inquiry commission just exposed it all. You won't believe how deep this goes. Stick around to the end, because this affects you. Hi, I'm Ross McLean, McLean Chronicles. And today we're going to be diving into a scandal that's rocking Canada. China's creeping influence. From rigged elections to rogue CSIS spies and the shady deals, this is a wake-up call that America needs to hear. Canada's spy agency, CSIS. It's Canada's version of the CIA, essentially. It's an intelligence service. It says China has been meddling in Canada and their elections for a long time. Their first report was in 2014, where they said that the Chinese Communist Party is going to work to capture Canadian politicians and the government to bend to the will of the Chinese Communist Party. And they didn't just nudge results here. There's the allegations that they actually affect elections and ridings and who was nominated to run. The Commission of Inquiry found evidence that these agents were funneling cash and pressure to politicians. Some allegedly tied to Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party. Wiretaps caught the lawmakers spouting Beijing's line. A report by CSIS reveals that 11 members of the government have been compromised, either wittingly or unwittingly, is the way that it was put in the Commission of Inquiry report by this Chinese Communist Party. And despite massive calls from the public and the press, neither Trudeau nor his hand-picked commissioner who is investigating this have revealed the names of those 11 politicians. They're still shielded and protected. CSIS even had agents go rogue. They broke and went undercover deep throat style to the press to reveal wiretap information, financial information, and even some names of who's been compromised. However, the public doesn't know. One member of parliament here, who would be like a congressperson or a senator, Michael Chong, he took positions against China, and his family was being threatened by the Chinese Communist Party. There were threats against him that CSIS came up with. His family is back in Hong Kong. Right now, as you're listening to this, noticing how these ideas are starting to click, you might find yourself feeling that urge to stay connected to this channel, and it's easy to hit that subscribe button. Because the more you watch this, the more you're going to realize what's going on in the country to your north. But let's continue on with this. Stick with me. What information is to follow and why America needs to be concerned. A statue of Trudeau's dad, Pierre Trudeau Sr., who went over to China a long time ago, has popped up in Canada, reportedly funded by Chinese backers. Coincidence? Critics say it's a bribe in plain sight. Trudeau claims he's tough on interference, but CSIS says that he dragged his feet while China brought influence. And then there's Trudeau himself. The commission dug up donations to the Trudeau Foundation. Big money, and it's linked to Chinese interests. It smelled so bad that the Trudeau Foundation had to return the money themselves. Americans, this is your neighbor. How safe does that make you feel with that happening in Canada? With Trudeau, his love for China goes way back. He's even said publicly he admires their basic dictatorship because they can make the country turn on a dime. Listen to this.
There's a level of admiration I actually have for China because their basic dictatorship is allowing them to actually turn their economy around on a...
And China's not stopping at politics. They're snapping up Canadian resources. Mines in the north, perfect for controlling Arctic trade. And remember Huawei, the Chinese telecom? That Chinese telecom giant has infiltrated Canada's systems for years, despite warnings. CSIS says China is still hacking the government networks for years, stealing secrets. This isn't just Canada's problem. Canada is a backdoor to the U.S. Now here's the real kicker. China's army has trained for winter combat fighting in Canada with the Canadian military. Yep, Trudeau invited the government to toughen them up in the snow. They even allowed a Canadian private flight school to be used to train Chinese pilots. I mean, this is right under our noses. CSIS flagged this as a security nightmare. The private pilot school stopped a while ago, but who knows what else is going on with Canada. This commission and the CSIS leaks prove that Canada is slipping into China's orbit. Elections, leaders, resources, even their military. America, you're next door. If this doesn't scream wake-up call, what does? Hit that like button, share this with everyone you know, and subscribe here to the McLean Chronicles for more truth bombs. We've got to talk about this before it's too late. I'm Ross McLean, and I'll see you in the next video.